After a busy international break, we are back with the England Premier League game week 13 predictions and betting tips. Today we are joined with Hunter and we are going to be giving you a very amazing, incredible show. So Hunter, if you are there, let us get the show started and give out the best predictions and betting tips for this particular game week.
Okay, to our fans, hello out there, welcome back. I know it has been a busy day, but welcome once again. Our first game will be a very massive game. That is Manchester City versus Liverpool. That is the Saturday early kickoff match. Manchester City versus Liverpool. This is a game that everyone has been anticipating to watch, and I know you are eager to see how the forces are after witnessing a thrilling 4-4 draw that Man City played Chelsea. And I know so many fans will love to witness such a game against City and Liverpool to have at least some goals raining there. So Manchester City quickly, they're at position 1 with the 28 points, while Liverpool are at position 2 with the 27 points. Looking at both teams, they've been performing well. And if you can look at Man City's home form, that is City's home form, they have been good at home. Mm-hmm. And also Liverpool have not been that good on the road in that they have not been getting some good results when they're away. Mm-hmm. Like the draw against Luton was away. At Manchester City, if you can see most of their games that they have played home, they have won. So that's a concern that's a stat that you need to look moving into this game. Then some of the players that I would love you to look at this game is the likes of Mo Salah and Manchester City, Bernardo Silva. Mm-hmm. These are players that I'm sure that will impact this game. Then just to give you some injury updates of both teams, because when you bet, you look at the injuries that both teams have, because they definitely influence the game. Manchester City, Haaland is a doubt, but with him missing the Scotland-Norway game, I think he'll be back into this game. Although he's a doubt, he's supposed to pass some late match fitness test. That will be done more so on Friday. Then Rodri is back. Then City will be without Mateo Kovacic, Nathan Ake, and their first goalkeeper, that is Ederson. Then also John Stones is out. On the Liverpool side, we have Andy Robertson, also Thiago Silva. So Liverpool are not that much affected in terms of injury. So I expect a thrilling game here. And with the good form that City are, I don't think that they'll be losing this game. And that's why I'm going for a draw of a scoreline of 2-2. And my tip will be both teams to score in that match, definitely. Then our second game will be witnessing Burnley hosting West Ham United, and Burnley sits at position 20 with 4 points, while West Ham sits at position 9 with 17 points. These two teams, the last time they were out, Burnley were beaten by Arsenal with a scoreline of 3-1, while West Ham won narrowly with a scoreline of 3-2 against Forest. So both teams are moving into this game motivated. If you look at the form of the two teams, while Burnley's home form has been so poor, and also West Ham have not been good on the road, in that they've not been getting some good results on the road. So Burnley will love to at least kickstart their season, because sitting at position 20 is a worrying concern for Vincent Kompany's boys. And I know they will love to at least to get a draw or a win in this game. But with the quality that West Ham have with the players like Gerard Bowen, I think West Ham have the quality to see this game through. And that's why I'm going for my scoreline prediction will be West Ham to win narrowly, the scoreline of 1-2. And my tip will be an over 1.5 goals in that match, definitely. Then our third game will be witnessing Luton hosting Crystal Palace. Luton stands at position 17 with possible 6 points, while Palace stands at position 13 with 15 points. Both teams, the last time they were out, Luton lost narrowly to Man United with a scoreline of 1-0, while Palace has succumbed to defeat against Everton. So both teams, with the loss they have at the back of their mind, they love to at least record a victory in this game. But looking at both teams, they have been good because Luton, for the first games they played Liverpool, and they really looked organized. And also, I watched their game against United. They looked compact. It's only that one mistake led to that 1-0 scoreline, but they're really good. And Palace will be finding it difficult to win against Luton, and that's why I'm favoring a draw in this game. A draw of 1-1, and my tip will be an over 1.5 goals in that match, definitely. Then our fourth game will be witnessing another massive game, another big game for the fans. That is Newcastle United versus Chelsea. Newcastle are at position 7 with 20 points, while Chelsea are at position 10 with 16 points. Chelsea of late, they've been recording some good performance, more so against the big six, they drew against Arsenal. They won against Spurs, and also the last weekend they were out. They drew against City, and I love the fighting spirit. That is the mentality that the Chelsea have, because City scored, they searched for those goals. With that mentality, moving into this game, and also with the injuries that Newcastle have, I think that will impact Newcastle negatively, because almost 13 of their first, almost half of the first 11 players are out injured. The like of Botman, Jacob Murphy, Dan Burn, Wilson, Almiron, Fabian. We have Isaac, we have Tagen. Then Trippier is back on the grass, but is facing a late fitness test to get into the play. But I think that will impact the Newcastle negatively, and I think that will motivate Chelsea to win this game, because with the current form that Chelsea are in, I think they'll win. Although Goodison Park, that is St. James Park has become a difficult ground for most teams to win against, but I'm backing a Chelsea win in this game, and that's why I'm going for a scoreline of 1-2 in favor of Chelsea, and my tip will be a double chance in favor of Chelsea. That is X2, a double chance in favor of Chelsea. Thank you. Then our fifth game will witnessing Nottingham Forest hosting Brighton. Nottingham Forest currently stands at position 14 with 13 points, while Brighton position 8 with 19 points. Nottingham Forest, I have to give our gamblers a tip here, in that Nottingham Forest are yet to lose at home in this season. They yet to lose at home this season. So that's a good record that you have to look into. Although Brighton have the quality, but Nottingham Forest have been bright at home. Remember, they won against Villa, that is the informed Villa, and so many people were shocked with them winning with a scoreline of 2-0. And again, with that home form, at least I'm backing them again to win this game this coming Saturday. And I'm backing Nottingham Forest to win with a scoreline of 2-1. And my tip will be an over 1.5 goals in that match, definitely. Then our sixth game, we'll be witnessing Sheffield United playing Bournemouth. And Sheffield United are at position 18 with 5 points, while Bournemouth are at position 16 with 9 points. The last time these teams were out, Sheffield United drew against Brighton, while Bournemouth got a win, that is a deserved win against Newcastle. And I think they'll want to build on that momentum. But both teams, if you look at both teams, they're struggling to stay up in the Premier League. They've started to collect points. Sheffield United, they started by losing a lot of games, but now they're starting to pick up. We have seen them winning against Wolves. Then they come again, they drew against Brighton. So those are encouraging results that they've been recording. And I think that will boost them moving into this game. But also, they are struggling at least to pick up. I don't think any of these teams will lose points in this game. And my best tip my best prediction in this game will be a draw. That is a draw of 1-1. And my tip will be both teams to score, or you can play safely over 1.5 goals in that match, definitely. Then our seventh game will be witnessing Brentford welcoming Arsenal. With Brentford, they're at position 11 with 16 points, while Arsenal are position 3 with 27 points. Yep. The last time these teams were out, the last time these teams were out, Brentford lost to Liverpool with a scoreline of 3-0, while Arsenal won against Burnley with a scoreline of 3-1. Arsenal's injury news is that Odegaard is still out injured, while Jesus was back in action against Argentina. So I expect him at least to be integrated into the squad. Then Partey is still out. Vieira is out on suspension. So most of the stars Arsenal have, the likes of Saka, I think can get the job done against Brentford. Although Brentford, I think they will love to bounce back. But if you look at the head-to-head, that is when both teams meet, Arsenal have been getting the better side of Brentford. And also with the title charge, I think Arsenal deserve to get this point, to get this game, so that they can keep pushing. So that because when Liverpool and Manchester City meet, there's one team that will succumb to. Definitely one team will drop points, or both teams can drop points. And if both teams drop points, Arsenal need to capitalize on that. And that's why I'm backing an Arsenal win in this game. And my prediction will be Brentford 0, Arsenal 2. And my tip will be an Arsenal win in that game. Then our 8th game will be witnessing another massive game. That is Tottenham versus Aston Villa. Tottenham are at position 4 with 26 points, while Villa are at position 5 with 25 points. Tottenham injury news is that Van de Ven is still out injured. James Maddison is also out injured. Romero is suspended. So these are key starts for Tottenham, and I think they'll impact this game. As I said against the Wolves, that the injuries that they recorded against Chelsea will impact them, and I was vindicated when they lost to Wolves. And again, I'm seeing the same scenario here. I think Villa will win this game because Villa are high-flying, and Villa is a team that when they get a loophole, they'll score, and they really arm you a lot. And I'm seeing Emery's boys getting another win here. Tottenham again to succumb to defeat. And my prediction will be Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 2. And my tip will be an over 2.5 goals in that match, definitely. Then our 9th game will also be another difficult game. That is Everton versus Man United. Everton stands at position 19 with 4 points, and Man United are position 6 with 21 points. The Monday news, the shocking news that is the breaking news that we recorded on Monday was the deduction of points. That is against Everton. That is after the Premier League decided to deduct 10 points from the possible 14 points that Everton had, and this made them to drop up to position 19. So I think Everton will be playing every game that they have as from now as a final. So it's going to be a tougher game against United because Man United also they have started to bounce back. They also need to push at least third so that they can finish the top 4. But Everton also with the 10 points that have been deducted, they need to stay in the Premier League, and they need to start fighting now. And that fight starts now. So everything that we're playing against Everton, we need to look out at Everton because they can arm United. But with the quality that United have, I expect them at least to get this win. But it will be a difficult win. And my prediction will be Everton 0, Man United 2. And my safer tip will be an over 1.5 goals in that match. Then, sorry, I never mentioned United's injury record. United players that are in doubt is that Onana who came out in action against Cameroon, and also Holland who also came out last time they were out. So these are key players that. But Eriksen is definitely out. Rashford, I think, is fine. Luke Shaw is back on the grass, but I expect him at least to get some 15 minutes against Everton. So that is the news in terms of injury again of the two teams. Then the 10th game, that is the last game of the Premier League, will be Fulham welcoming Wolves. Fulham stands at position 15 with 12 points, while Wolves are at position 12 with 15 points. The last time these teams were out, they're coming into this game. Wolves are coming motivated after winning against Spurs, while Fulham are coming into this game after losing to Villa. So without these teams were playing, I watched Wolves play against Spurs, and I must admit that they fought because the two goals they scored against Spurs, they scored them at the 9 minutes. That is the 90 plus. That is the added minute.
Mm-hmm.
And I really loved how they pressed and they kept on believing up to the last minute, and they got the deserved win against Spurs. While Fulham, they looked dejected against Villa, and it was from mistakes, defense mistake, goalkeeper mistake, that costed them that game. So I would love Marco Silva's boys at least to learn from that game, at least to capitalize on that. And with both teams needing to stay in the Premier League, they need to charge up. A draw will be fair in this game, and that's why I'm going for a draw of 2-2. That is my prediction, and my tip will be both teams to score in that match. Then just to give an highlight of the games that I'm seeing this game week, you can give an Arsenal win in that match. Mm-hmm. Then Tottenham Villa game, give an over 2.5 game goals in that match. Then Newcastle Chelsea, give an X2, that is double chance to Chelsea. Mm-hmm. Then definitely another game that you'll play, Nottingham Forest Brighton, give an over 1.5 goals in that match. Definitely. That's for you in studio.
Thank you very much, Hunter, for those amazing additions on England Premier League game week 13. As a Liverpool fan, I'm sad that the first game in which I feel confident, the betting option is going to be Manchester City winning or a draw. You know, it's really bad that I am backing Liverpool to lose this game, but, you know, this is Manchester City and they are playing at home. So that's my first.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also you have to look at the injury concerns that City have. The City, most of their players are out injured, and that might impact that game. But due to the home form that they have been having, at least a double chance to want to be bad on that game.
Definitely, it's a match that is going to be ending in a stalemate, given the quality of both teams. I know if that is the best that can occur, and if not that one, then it's going to be a Manchester City win. And then you have Burnley West Ham over 1.5 goal. I think you mentioned that one too.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest Brighton, you went for an over 1.5 goal, and I agree with you on that one. And finally, Brentford Arsenal. On that particular game, I refused to bet on Arsenal direct win. So I'm betting on Arsenal a double chance, Arsenal or a draw. But Arsenal is the better side, and I expect them to be winning easily. It's only that, you know, I was trying to give these friends of ours a safer option to work with. The combined odd for the four teams that I've just mentioned, that is Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester City win or a draw, a Burnley West Ham over 1.5 goal, Nottingham Forest Brighton over 1.5 goal, and finally Brentford Arsenal win or a draw. The four matches will give you a summation of 2.249 odds. You can consider that if you will be complaining that, oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to be selecting. I've given you a selection.
Then better, much better.
Mm-hmm.
Then our fans need to take note of the international break. You know, majority of the teams, their players do travel, like the players that participated in America, they take time to struggle, and then they have to consider fatigue. So giving a direct win, as you had mentioned, you giving Arsenal a double chance, it is also safe because you have to consider teams that their players traveled far.
Definitely.
Because, you find that the majority of the bottom side, that is the teams that are struggling, majority of their players are always kept, and they train, and this makes them to bond and at least prepare for the next game. While the big sides, the majority of their players are out on action on international duty. When they come back, they tend to slow to pick up again, and that might affect teams. And this weekend, I won't be surprised to see many big teams dropping points in this match week 13. Definitely.
Thank you. Now that wraps the video. Ensure you are subscribing, and let us see in the next video whereby we are talking about Germany Bundesliga game week.